you lady record, sweet sound. I come to tell mama, ya no see, no way I can make that. Mekane na uka yenda babo na une don yam na une don yam na une don yam mekane na uka wo mama popo na une don yam bunu wa banu ko makale gpia para kala wa boya ka gbe wa na une don yam para ka ka so na une don yam wala mo sen yo Ekwara mosi tado gwe baba ne Ekwara mosi akpendo gwe baba mama Mekane na une don yam Na une don yam Na une don yam Meka yene yaka ka baba we ni ba we bono gwe baba Na ye bebe don ye dole Hala de la bonga ko te pe ma bawo Kasi kwen wodie kama na une don yam Nika kwa kwen wo ya dongo be na une don yam Kwai kata kwen si ya wongo be mama na une don tabone na une don yam E wala masanyo Zole ta wa kwa ka papa bo Yago pepe ye ko dole pole dia Da ku zole ye ko ma bo ne De pie zole ye ko pepe bo ma I don't come out to hear you ne E me kana don't come out woman Ado mama te yo Matore Yego kanto bo mia Na une don yam Kibo yama ya bosu wa kwa baba Adon kama wuma yone Etiadu o tane rere Walpo Onaro we mo pe Batain wa konkle koma dole Kabo tiadu da Ilesme nuke Mekane Mekane na muka yenda ya kwale Wala mosanyo Adonga ma wala mosanyo mekane Ere tuma mano kama kade kopia Primo nene senyo Dane ya kanisa kwa wanda me wona wa ogoda Gwe bali e ko mai pie kan ba kwore nse ka we kwa mai Kate to mi kwa ka papa bo kama Na une don yam Adonga ma wo mai yemune Matasi kwa ka papa bo Si ponya si kwa ka papa wo leo Na une don yam Jiso pe kwa ka papa wo maye Na une don yam E no gapi Na une don yam Rola yo mi kwa ka papa wo leo Wo ge Samite sami kwa ka papa wo kamaye Na une don yam Ese maremo Tipate wewe wo maema Esta secret wewe wo maema Zaka wonti ye wewe wo maema Ali tropie metano Katulia ka time wa Patricia batu wewe wo maema mama Get aya lele Iso ya studio tore ao Presela mabe kwa ka papa bone Ke ma fora kwa ka papa bo kama Afrique buye godolo go so Zoza ka kwa ka papa bone Na une don yam Na une don yam Na sia wa ye kopolo mia Na une don yam Adon kama wuma yemune Na une don yam On sore doit te de we Na une don yam Jeru o tane we kwaro kwe O mekane na une don yam Na une don yam Gibo nya
Well, folks, good evening and welcome again. This is the Trois River platform. I want to say Good evening to all of you. Thanks for following us, all those of you that will come across this video. It's good to be back again. Like I said, always we appreciate those of you that are following us, and our followers kept growing on a daily basis. We appreciate you all for that. And on this note, I'd like to welcome all of you here tonight. Tonight, we're going to be discussing some interesting happenings in Liberia and Nimba County at large. But before that, let me say congratulations to District number 4. You know, on a Saturday, right? Saturday and Sunday, I didn't run the show. But Saturday evening, I was on my way to work. And then I decided to listen to BKS. Man, when I got on BKS, the CEO who happened to be my own big brother was very much optimistic that district number 5 are going to be district number 4. And the aggression from the previous game, like last year, the game that was played, remember, we the one sent district number 5 home. So that aggression, it was solely seated, man. My senior man was just lamenting in a Liberian way, lamenting how they will beat district number 4, how the team is prepared, to begin them prepared, they will beat district number 4. And you know, he said it. And then I told him, says, man, don't worry. District 4 will send you back home. We'll beat you tomorrow. It's the beating I have started. The beating will continue. Welcome to the show, Shatan. The beating will continue. He thought I was joking. Oh, the beginning and he brought Bodo beginning and said, in time in history, according to the game history, district number 5 have not beaten district number 4 yet. We said, what will happen? What are you talking about? What are you talking about sport? Well, Sunday King, Babu Divakula, district number 4, weapon. I call him. I told you I want to call him after the game. I call him, my son, man, didn't pick up. The man sent me there and said, my man, leave me back. Well, folks, congratulations to district number 4 on their first win. We are into that game fully. And we know we want to carry it. We'll soon be doing another. We'll be playing our part, but cutting around for fundraising for district number 14, wherever we collect. Hopefully, I hope people are here to our call. And we'll send it down there to the team because we are into this game this year to carry the trophy. All right. Once again, welcome to all of you, and welcome to my friend and brother, Shelton Duo, who will be contributing to this platform too as well. Shelton, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, and let me say thank you again for the show. And you're taking up your busy schedule to be here every time. I mean, you actually doing well for our people, and we pray that as we're about to go through the show today, and we will have a friendly conversation. Okay, hold on. Let me do a judgment very quick.
All right. Go ahead. Well, folks, like I said, I want to say thank you to all of you. And, you know, I know like some of you are concerned why we are not here every day. And the reason we are not here every day, I kept saying it, is because, you know, of basic schedule, we don't have a regular co-host that will host this show. So as such, we are in search of somebody that will be willing to co-host the show when I'm not available, and in that way, we'll be able to run this show every single day. And I always say it's open to Trois River citizens. And if even you're not from Trois River, but you like to be part of this platform and contribute, it's also open as well. So that is the reason we are not here every single day as we are seated here today. Over the weekends, we'll be on the airway Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Once availability is there. So tomorrow and Thursday we won't be available on your airway. And we will come back again. Okay. Welcome to the show, Mr. Merriman.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here, to be able to enlighten our minds on happenings in our country. It has been a while. We are glad that we are here.
Yes, indeed, it has been a while, and that's why I was telling our people that the reason they are not hearing us every single day is that we don't have a co-host to host this show. Once that is available, every single day will be on their airway. So they should not get tired of us. We'll make sure and be providing services. Well, tonight we'll be discussing a couple of issues, and those issues have give me a second. Those issues are issues surrounding Liberia. There are issues surrounding Liberia, so it centers around this whole drugs saga in Liberia, and also Nima County. We will go to Nima County after discussing Liberia. But gentlemen, over the past, I would say, a month, Liberia has been in the play deeply when it comes to the issue of narcotic drugs and the work in which the joint security and other state agencies are doing to get rid of these drug things in Liberia. And from the onset, I've been saying that cartel, there are deep connection into those drugs issues. And the group that are involved, it is not just an individual or maybe one or two. It is a connection, an international connection that is happening. Liberia was vulnerable and is still vulnerable. Both our airport and the sea is vulnerable. So as such, those folks are not seeing the green light that they used to see in other countries. So now Liberia has become a target, easily targeted, and there are infiltrating now in Liberia. But what is baffling about this whole thing is that it has become a political battle zone, in the sense that seditions are at the backs accusing the government of importing drugs. While Unity Party is also saying, hey, this is not us, this is your creation. And right now, for me, I always say, the issue of drugs in Liberia, it is not politics. Drugs does not know politics. It knows the human life. So it should not be on a political line to say, oh, it is politics, the CDC, Unity Party, whatever party it is, CMC, all of that. It's individual, and it is all of us collective effort. All of us collective efforts. And as such, we are here tonight to air our view on this happening. Let's start with you, Mr. Franklin Merriman. Okay. Mr. Franklin Merriman, let's start with you. What is your view?
Yeah, thank you. For me, I continue to say that the issues of drugs, we should take politics from it because politics is only destroying our people and drugs is also destroying our people. If we continue to mind what people are saying in the media or the social corridor and we are not considering the high impact of drugs in our country, it will become a problem. I saw a post from Honorable Akara Spray, a former lawmaker, accusing top government officials in government and also saying that the RG accused people in the higher up and they are calling Liberia now or New Mexico, they are calling Liberia Colombia. I think this is a serious problem that we all have to fight instead of playing politics with it. And the RG also accused people in the media of manipulating the investigation because they took money from people. So if this is clear, then it means our system in Liberia is going better. We need to investigate this and be able to know what is happening. So, and to that point, I saw press release from the press union of Liberia, their meeting, and there was their colleague that said that instead of sending lawyers to the RG to go ask him, the inspector general, to go ask him about people in the media landscape that have taken money from drug cartel to be able to cover up for them, it was not good. And instead of sending their own delegates to go and ask the RG. And if you ask me, I think I will say that I agree with that fellow who said that they shouldn't send their lawyers. Those people, they are journalists. And if they are journalists and they want to find out or they want to dig deeper, they should walk to the RG and ask him what did he mean by saying people have taken money from the drug cartel to be able to cover them up. And I know that the RG will be able to get them the space. He will be able to explain himself to them instead of sending legal thing to go. And if you send legal thing, and the point that that guy raised was, he sent legal thing to the RG, he too will send his own legal thing to come. So it means that a legal thing to legal thing come explain. But if you take your own time as media executives to get to the RG to get his point, he will be able to explain to you what he meant by saying people in the media landscape have taken bribe to be able to talk for the people. And to be honest, our people in Liberia, they are really misinterpreting this fight against drugs. Instead of focusing on people that are destroying the system, they are focusing and targeting one another. And I don't think this is fair for the investigation. For us to be able to fight the case, we should be able to give each other chance to perform whatsoever they are to us. Because we should know that everybody will not do something at the same time. Each person will be able to play a role at certain time and get change to their friend. If even you are attacking the past government or the past leadership, you should be having evidence enough that these people were able to do this. So if you don't have evidence, then it's better you keep quiet. Let us do this out of politics. Thank you.
Let us do this out of politics. Mr. Shelton, do is over to you. What's your take?
Thank you, Mr. Vine. Let me say good evening to my dear brother Franklin. I mean, for me, I will agree with Franklin, especially when he says we need to take politics out of this drugs matter. Because one of the things that is happening in Liberia, I see a lot of guys trying to play politics with the drug issue in Liberia. And what appears to be so funny is some of those guys that were in the hands of power, that they did not do anything tangible when it comes to fighting against drugs, those are the people who going around every time making noise. If you look at the statement of RG, Colonel Gregory Coleman, even though some will say he had not presented any facts to the public, but if you use your own reason, if you use your own God-given logic, you will get to know that some of those things Gregory said, it may not be evidence-based, but you will find some sense in it. If you got a government who is fighting against drug, and somebody will come and say, in fact, the entire drug thing they're doing over there, government hand inside, or sometimes they will come out and say, I listen to one of the media institution or one of the media personnel, he says, I have the names of some government official. If I call a name, the entire government will collapse. You cannot be a journalist where we try to fight against drugs, then you raising allegation. If you have a name that government officials are associated with the entire, but if you sit on the fence and you try to play politics, these are the things that make people to speak the way Gregory spoke, because journalists are the watchdog for society. We depend on them when it comes to credible information. So I don't want to kind of believe really that media institutions are involved, but the behavior of some media institution or media personnel in Liberia clearly tells you that apparently the drug cartel or the people who are associated with drug, they're trying to use media to sway the mind of Liberians, because you cannot come out as a media institution to kind of be making allegations that you cannot prove. Okay, government is fighting against the drug, right? And then somebody will come out and say, hey, in fact, the entire drugs issue that are own drugs, they playing with over there. Where in the world you will get your own market, especially thing that is very illegal, you will get it. Then you come out to confiscate it to the public. Then somebody will be there always talking about, in fact, that I own drugs, this and that. It doesn't make no sense to me. So for me, the issue of the drugs, the government is kind of like proceeding rightly in my mind. All the noise those guys are making over there because they feel that they're trying to distract people. They're trying to distract the government. So my own little piece or pieces of advice to the government, to the police, and whoever that is charged with the responsibility to carry on investigation is, do not listen to the noise that coming from the opposition, because we gave them power yesterday and they failed. So the only thing they're trying to do is to use tactics to distract you guys. So for me, the government is doing well. I think we should give those investigators chance so that they can carry on. And I mean, they have been charging a lot of people. They have been carrying on investigation. People have been dismayed. People have been suspended by the president. So that tells you that the issue against the fight against drugs is very serious. When it comes to the government take it very seriously. So there is no amount of distraction. There is no amount of distraction that will distract people away. So I think we should give the government chance to do their job, so that those people that will be involved or anyone that is involved will be brought against, or they will be brought to the public or under the law for prosecution. But if you were to ask me how the government is handling the entire issue, I think they are on point, and we should give them time to do their investigation.
I think they are on point. Will hold you right there. With this whole thing, what sometimes when I sit and think about the situation, going back to former CDC regime, and those guys that are, all over on social media today, there's a vast difference in the way things were handled during the CDC regime and that of the United Party regime when it comes to taking actions and handling this case. Now, Liberia during the regime of former President George Weah, Liberia was on the watch list from America. Liberia was on the watch list. Now, a Mexican was in possession of our diplomatic passport. And drugs, the one they call Kush, was seated in Liberia at the time, and those folks that are parading today that the government is there, is the government-owned drugs, nobody did anything. We never heard them say anything. Even the Akaros Moses man himself, he was one of the instigators of violence during their regime. Because if you can recall the issue that transpired at University of Liberia campus, where now VP Kuhn blasted him during Senate hearing. Now they are the same people coming to say now the Unity Party government is bringing drugs, the drugs belongs to them. Now, there's a vast difference. Unity Party is trying to fight this issue. And they have taken action by dismissing some other people, suspending people. So you can't compare both of them. You can't compare both of them and say, oh, CDC did better, Unity Party did better. CDC was seated when the drugs were imported into the country. Everything was your leader, the order came from the top. There are people who were giving clearances, giving diplomatic passport. If you and I were even to say, oh, I need diplomatic passport, you will not get it. There are people who were given who are foreigners, Nigerians, were in possession of our diplomatic passport. But we, the citizens, will go to the passport section to get our passport. It's another wahala. We go to get our birth certificate. It's another wahala. So people were in possession of what a common Liberian person should have had. And Liberia was on the watch list. So for me, I don't kind of listen to their argument of CDC, United Party own drugs, United Party creation. No, this is, to me, this is a distraction from what the government, so that they can drain the government attention and say, oh, the men were importing drugs. They were importing drugs. Now, on top of that, there's a news outlet from a renowned journalist of Liberia, one of the veteran journalists, in regards to this whole drug saga thing. And I'm going to read that news outlet. It said NSA arrests Monrovia Central Prison Superintendent Jackson Kulako in alleged drug cartel probe. And he wrote this yesterday. And that individual was arrested on the 1st. And it said, from where I sit, that was Filbert Samoga Jabat Blair Brown. And he said the Deputy Superintendent of Operation at the Monrovia Central Prison, Mr. Jackson K. Kalao, has been arrested and detained over allegation that he aided a suspected network of Colombian drug dealer operation in Liberia. According to report, officers of the National Security Agency, NSA, arrested Kulako on Saturday, August 1st at about 2:44 p.m. while he was on duty at the South Beach Prison Facility in Central Monrovia. He is currently being held at the Central Police Station on Capitol Hill as investigation continues, and authorities have not yet announced whether formal charges has been made. Investigators allege that Kolahu used his personal mobile phone to facilitate communication between suspected Colombian traffickers and local international accessories. So in short, this guy is the deputy superintendent of the Monrovia Central Prison, and he was arrested. If we read the article further down, it talks about the chaos act information that existed between he and those parties. And if someone will come out to say the government is doing this, so tell me, this guy controls prison. And when it comes to a prison, how drugs is being operated in prison, I've been there. I have seen it. It has drained me because I work in that field. So just take for example, this government is taking action by dismissing people who, are involved into those acts. Go back to the, I think 106, that was dismissed from police. Quote unquote, 10,000 US dollar was given to him to tamper with the case of those Colombians that were arrested first when the thing broke out. He was dismissed for that, not just he alone. A couple of individuals who work in the government has been dismissed. The mass dismissal that occurred about 2 weeks or a week ago, they were all involved into this. So I don't kind of like buy into that idea that CDC is parading around with this whole thing. And I always say the government, the people of Liberia, including the government, is all of us responsibility to fight this issue of drugs. It is not one man, but all of us collective effort. I'll stop right there. Your input.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Mr. President and Mr. Vice, I mean, you are on track. Sometimes what is happening in our country is so sad to the extent that some of our government officials, our past leaders, they are certain people in our country when they are even talking on national issue. I don't really give them attention, even though they have their constitutional right to speak. But I can tell you, I followed a post from Senator Nathaniel McGill talking about the country is bleeding right now. Okay, you want me to start so we can work on Lawrence, or you want me to continue?
Yeah, continue. I will work on him when you go.
Oh, okay. So you were talking about, I saw a post from Senator Nathaniel McGill this afternoon. I was like, wow, what is really happening in our country? Is it because people who are in leadership, when they are in the hands of power, sometimes what really happens to them? I want to kind of read what exactly he posted, I think 8 hours ago. He said the country is bleeding. God, please have mercy on all and intervene. So if you look at Senator Nathaniel McGill talking about country is bleeding. So I don't know, sometimes when they are in opposition, that is time they seem to see the problem of Liberian people. I don't know, because this is a senator who, according to American government, sanctioned him because of corruption. And then today he is under sanction. Here is a man who talking about the country is bleeding. If you look at the allegation that was leveled against Senator McGill, American government, he said that guy used to take money from people just to make recommendation to the president, or to make recommendation. Even when investors are coming into our country, he used to get kickback. That's what the reason that he was sanctioned. So at that time, the country was not bleeding. But now, because right now the government is fighting against drugs, the government is we are not really saying that the government is perfect. No, the government have some lapses that they need to work on. But one of the things I can tell you here, Mr. President and Lauren is the government is driving. I can tell you to where I got some little area in Liberia. Before then, anyone that was around that area that was doing one or two projects over there, if you leave one bag of cement right outside in the next 30 minutes, it will vanish. But because at that area they used to got some ghetto and other criminal were around there that they used to terrorize people. This particular DA moved in swiftly to make sure that today, according to what my people told me, you can even be outside up to 12 o'clock. There will nobody no one is going to harm you. So we are not really saying that the government is perfect, but when it comes to the drug, the fight against drug, I can tell you that this government are one of the areas that I'm very proud of this government. Like I said, some of those drugs issue with it, even in the great America we live here, the cartel to destroy cartel, it takes courage, it takes willingness, it takes commitment to do that. Because the entire but drugs issue is not one person, it's not two person either. It's an entire cartel. And to get rid of the cartel, you will even hear more name. Don't be surprised. Even if tomorrow if somebody come up, they name another government official, don't be surprised. And the thing about it is, it may not be right now, the act they are carrying on, it may not be in this government, it may be something that happened about 6, 7, 8 years ago. So when people come in and say, oh, the man is in the government, in fact, that government official, and the question they fail to answer, the question they fail to ask themselves, when did the man involved into this thing? Has investigation showed that is it happening right now? Because some of those things that we seeing, those people that they missing, suspending them, some of those actions did not just take place just under this government. No, because it's a drugs issue. They have been happening. So to get rid of those people from the system, you have to go as far as 6, 7 years, ago. So like I told you, we are saying the same, and we encourage the government to do more. We encourage the president to muster the courage to do more, especially when it comes to the issue of the drug, because the issue of the drug is not just one person thing, that everybody thing, everybody, because you and myself, we may not be affected directly, but we got sisters, we got brothers, even though that on the street in Liberia, they are Liberian. There is no way we can disconnect ourselves from them. Because if you go somewhere or an investor go in Liberia, any stranger that go Liberia, you see people on the street, drug, they will say Liberian before they can identify where you from, the country you from, before they can come to your family member, your immediate. But the first thing they will identify a Liberian. So as a Liberian, when I see this thing happening, I feel very bad, and I always appreciate the government for the step taking, and I'm always happy about what they are doing right now.
Always take step. I appreciate the government will hold you right there. Mr. Lawrence Nyanyene, welcome to Trois River Online Platform. Tonight we are here talking about the issues surrounding the drugs saga in Liberia and the myth and the party fight, which party did better, which did that, the party. So these are things that we're talking about here tonight. Once again, welcome. It's over to you. Let's get your view.
Thank you so much.
And Lauren, you were coming quick, but I think Mr. President just gave him a little opportunity to introduce himself, because he's trained, even though he will be he's a bit of a panelist here, but Lauren is a talking guy too, and very much educated.
I now know him because I saw his podcast during the Unico election. He was firing for Yatomo, so I now remember him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir. Let's
Thank
get
you
to know who this guy is.
Thank you so much. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the name has already been called Lawrence Nyanyene. I am from Nengbai Town, Binklan, Nemba County, District Number Beans. It's a pleasure to be here, my friend and brother, duo told me about this. Personally, I live what I live, everyone, or on the hustle somewhere, on the hustle.
All right.
Yeah. So, as it relates to the topics under discussion tonight, you see, Liberians, we need to shine our eyes and do the right thing. That's the only way our country and ourselves will be better. Um, if you can take a look, the book, I wanted to talk about this thing yesterday, but then I never had time. I was just on my community discussion comparing the present time of workers' administration to that of the we as government at the time. So I'm not going to talk much. I will just catalog a few things. We are government, when time was like this, then a container of money, billions of Liberian dollar had gotten missing. When time was like this, then $25 million had been mis- mismanaged by Samuel Toure. He said he gave it to the food men to do money changing well. When time was like this, then mysterious deaths have occurred around the country that you guys know about. So what I'm not for Baka government, but I am for Liberia. Baka has a lot. I hold them responsible. And Baka, he will betray the struggle with the Liberian people, will hold him responsible. Because Baka is yet to order these guys.
Well, okay.
Are you guys getting me?
Yes.
Sorry, somebody tried to call me. Yeah, that was. Next time I will bring my computer. Sorry, I'm so sorry. We heard Samuel 12 was free. Then we heard again the jury went and blown up. And I don't know what are the judge too. They
Well, he is receiving local call and it is disturbing his presence here. You know, when he comes walking.
yeah, you're sorry. Somebody just continue to call me.
I know.
All right.
When I start, I say answer the person.
Yeah, you're sorry. I already told the person not to call me.
They're calling you back again.
Hello?
Yeah, you have to
Hello?
answer after that. When will you stop calling you?
Okay. So the judge, because when jury ruling comes out, the judge got to rule too. It would take it depends on the judge's description. You either give 1 week later before you bring a ruling. So the judge who never investigated the case before he consented to the jury ruling, or other than they were somehow bribed. But we leave that one. They go anywhere. Then the mysterious disappearance of people. But I ain't get on that one year. The mysterious death. Gifty Lama and Abbott Peter's death, Boaka need to investigate that incident. Boaka need to investigate about Mervyn Early. Today, Ruth Early is crying along with the orphan children. Whether Ruth Early is crying today, the EPS guy, that he said the man fired himself 3 times in the head. Today, the family members of those 3 boys that went to repair generator for a funeral home proprietor. They are yet to be they are yet to be found. See Moses. They are yet to come home. Today, Comrade Alfred Duna, who left his home in Grand Jida, at the time he was against the CDC party at the time. The comrade is get to come home. We are standing by, looking at Joe Boaga to investigate all of these things, all of these incidents. So we want to tell you, the guys are out of balance. People that McGill, they're supposed to be talking all these things. When McGill used $1 million United States only to bury their body, come on, y'all go and do the estimate of McGill's mother grave in more than $1 million United States. Nathaniel McGill is the man who had 728 ghost names. Besides the sanction that the American government had on this brother, 728 ghost names, taking not less than $500 United States on each of those names per month. When the seditious themselves now have food to eat. Liberians, we are the cause of our own problems. Yeah, I saw people dancing in Philadelphia, taking pictures with Joe, saying, yeah, Joe Biden want to be that day. The men at football start even put DJ Joe Biden who will not stay online to take pictures with him. I know they're fighting to bring him to power. What different George Weah can make in the presidency in Liberia? But the guys, because they are so desperate, some of them, nobody knows them. They want to look for relevant to come to power to steal. So you will leave all these guys to go with impunity, the passing run. Like somebody that not telling them again, so be talking all these things. They all compare Baka government with Weah government. When ministers used to take beer and watch car for girlfriend wear. But man, that a retrospect, we are going nowhere from. Then he got talking all these things. Okay, you can remember that $1 billion worth of $1 million worth of drugs disappear at the port doing weird stuff. Was there any arrest made? But at the Baka there have been some arrests made. An investigation is on the way. The only thing we could say right now is, for me, I have problem why they burn the drugs. Because it should have been kept as FOC. I don't know why they never, because you are taking these guys to court. You must have evidence. You must have evidence. Why you burn it? But anyway, maybe they still got some in keeping all. The defendants have pleaded guilty. I don't know. But yes. So that's something they're looking for. Point and like this, that. Man, we are like the youth. They die for. Even the grown-up body, Jovia prefer to take 5,000 liberty and go divide it on each Joko. Money that is supposed to take and go build at the rehabilitation center where trade school will be there, where you could see some Yana boy living the street to go there to learn trade and can help themselves in the society. Jovia never thought of any of these things. Then what thing he get to offer Liberia now? I'm not for Joe Boaga, but I am for Liberia. I am for Liberia. So I will not take all the time. I will stop here and just give you guys some time to talk, because these guys, they got no other thing to say. People that Maggie then is supposed to be on an investigation. Maggie not supposed that Maggie people to look at and vote for. Like when people can be clapping, they happy. They so diabolical when you come from the Western world, you go there to contest, they will say that American money and free money, they will eat it well. They will not vote for you. But they stole that money. Well, not them they then get in their pocket.
They didn't contest that. They didn't contest for any position.
No, some of our comrades went there, they tried, they tested the water. Who knows? Maybe.
Are you thinking about that?
No, maybe one of these days we'll try to petition our man or certain duo to go and contest beautiful. So the guys are so wicked. Only American people, they need to see, they need to lay out America.
Well, American people, say the money here, everything here at bread and butter, we can pick the money from the street so that what they can eat the money.
Now tell them again, they will go steal the money, then they give it to them, then they hold it, they vote for them. Look at somebody that Abu Kamara was working one ministry, taking or pay for 2 ministries. But man, CDC got something to show, they got something to tell like young people. That's why they can be drunk people. Joria will come back and say, well, Joria smart. The thing that Joria that people controlling. But too many we are in chance, we are in to tell their party that Joria sit down, they are passing down. The men have already set the record. He get lay money, then he sit down now. Forget about politics. Now everything can be good at. Politics is not about popularity. It's not about popularity. Joria is not a politician. You need a man. Let a brabby sit down. So the high looking on like brown people, we are the cause of our problem. They are,
We are
yeah.
the cause of our problem. Hold you right there. You know,
Thank you.
Stefan, before we come back to you, over the past, I've been saying this over and over. And I continue to say, when it comes to the way Liberia is governed now as compared to the last 6 years of CDC, there's a vast difference. Vast difference in a sense that even I saw a video clip of an interview that was done. I think the guy is in Grand Bar. I think it was Bassa TV. And then this individual, he's a sedition. He was asked about the pronouncement made by WIA that he's coming back 2029. And this individual said, we are coming back to do what? What is he coming to do?
Good question.
Now that we have yellow machines paving our roads, and then he said, when I go into the southeast, I can leave from here and go in the daytime and reach what we are is coming to do. Now, and that always brings me to this saying that it's going across. Oh, CDC is coming back. Joseph Human Barker administration, it is not 100%. Listen, but where the true lies, let's put it there. If George Weah have taken some actions during his time, like what Barker is doing, Barker suspended people when they said this one, if your name involving to any corruption thing, he will suspend you until your name is clear. Common example, Glasgow. All right, though she was not a partisan unity party, but she got suspended, became a whole political issue. Now, Swakobo Dennis from Doka was suspended, became a whole political issue until their names were clear. Not just they alone, other people have been suspended. Now, with this administration, it's taking even action on her own people that their names are involved into things that we're talking about today when it comes to drugs. So for me, I always say seditions have no right. They have no right to even criticize this government, how they handle this drug saga. But my plea here is when it comes to the fight against the drugs in Liberia, it is not one man thing. All of us are sitting here right now, we live right here in this country. We see how America fight this whole crisis when it comes to drugs. They still fighting it. It has not ended yet. And it's a continuing process. Why? They are closer to those cartels. It is easy. I watched documentary on that. It is. I came across a documentary where those guys dug a tunnel from straight Mexico and enter into a warehouse. The place was just like a business center, but the warehouse, the tunnel entered there. And just I think about 2 or 3 months ago, there was a tunnel discovered in a warehouse, I think in one of those states. So that shows to people that those guys are very connected. And it's all of us Liberians' collective effort to get our drugs under control, and Liberians will move freely. Now, see the life, compare the life of Zogo back then and now. There's vast difference. So that is my argument with the whole CDC saying Joseph Mabwaka administration created the drugs. I'm not speaking for them. I am not in their regime. I don't know what goes on there. But if you ask, if you are Liberians who weigh things you will see that there's a vast difference in the way things are handled on this whole with this regime when it comes to drugs crisis and other national issues and that of the past. During the past, there was a case of 100 million drugs. Those guys were acquitted. And when they acquitted, then you know what happened? They flew out of the country. Before they realized that there was a mistake to record that case, those guys are already left.
They are already gone.
Yeah. So there's a vast difference, and we should not just say that and do it like a party fight. Instead of us doing party fight, let's join hands and fight these drugs and save Liberia and our brothers and sisters who are quote unquote Zolus. Let's hear you, Shetton.
I mean, it's a vibe like you and Lauren said. For me, I always told people that I'm not a member of Unity Party, but for people who know me, I supported President Bwaka. I don't just support him because the mistake that CDC government was making. I didn't just support him because he's an area person. I supported him because of a record. If you look at from the time he entered government up to now, where he works up to now, you will get to know that he's one of the leaders of our country that he's not perfect, but at least when it comes to integrity, when it comes to sincerity, he deserves that. Somebody said the drug that people playing with in part of their own drugs. I laugh. I mean, where in the world the government will know about the drugs that are coming into the country, then the same government making frantic effort to arrest those people who have been bringing or to arrest the drugs that is in the country. I mean, I can't understand that. If you say all the things that people talking, I listen to one of the CDC guy, all the things that people talking, they know where that drugs come from. In fact, they are part of that. So that's why when IG say, okay, say you say the drugs are our own drugs, we arrest it and we will burn it. Now we don't want to lose. That answer there, it touched them, and some of them they were like going all around. But on a friendly note, I have some issue with Unity Party government. I have an issue the way sometimes the minister or sometimes some leaders conduct themselves in public glare. I have some issue with that. But the particular drugs issue, like I said, I will continue to say along the way the investigator or other people they may make some mistake, but it's not mistake that people will entirely say they are not doing anything. That's not possible. I know Greg, he may got his own issue. And the good thing about it, when the RG and the Liberian National Police were giving update the last time, what he said, in fact, they are working with American DEA. They are in the country right now. They are involved the international partners to help the Liberian National Police or the security sector of our country so that they can bring the perpetrator to book. And my little understanding as somebody who live in America, when it comes to intelligence in the world, I don't think nobody get intelligent as compared to America. So when America come out today, they tell you say this thing happen or these things are going on. Some people trying to doubt it and stuff. I think the good thing the government has done so far is to get Americans involved into the drugs issue. And pretty soon, or I'm very sure, with the involvement of American government or American people, this issue will not be like before where 100 million, like you said, 100 million drug were arrested and at the end of the day, those guys were quitted and they go scot-free. Most of the people in Liberia over there from the security sector, like I said, from the genesis of my statement, they have been involving into those things. Nobody will be brave to bring in the quantity of drugs that we are seeing right now. Is a cartel, and that cartel will be destroyed, and that cartel has been destroyed, even though it may not be 100%, but I think we are seeing some sign of relief for Liberia now. And then somebody said, but why is it that always Liberia? It's Liberia because in the past government, because maybe apparently they were like linear, the government was linear with certain people. So this one now is trying, is taking serious steps to combat the drugs issue. So yeah, somebody may say it's a negative news for Liberia, but for me, I see that to be the very good news for Liberia, because for the father, the huge quantity of drugs can be confiscated in Liberia. It's a positive news. I don't see that to be a negative news. It can only be a negative news when those quantity of drugs come in his country and just leave and nothing happen. But the father we can see sound, it means that the security setting or the security apparatus in Liberia, they are working, and I'm going to applaud them for that. I mean, so that's why I can say on the issue of the drugs until we can, if we have anything to move out.
Yes. So, the last time I said something here after I listened to ORC Diago and his testimony at the Liberia Senate. And exactly what I have been saying all through, Diago admitted to that. When he was asked by Nima County Senator Yan Twine, gentlemen, could you guys believe that as it stands, our airport is still vulnerable? We don't have a scanner to scan luggage. We don't have it. So even if a contraband is coming into the country, listen, those guys are creative whenever it's just a Liberia is not sophisticated with internet. But those guys even use drones to transfer those contrabands across. Now, Liberia don't have a scanner at the airport. And according to them, I've been saying, I said, we need scanner, we need sniffy door at our airport. And if you are not an airport employee, and when I say employee, not just to be there, you be picking people luggages, no. If any of you been like bro recently, when you come out of the plane, before you even come and pass through the immigration checkpoint, you see the luggage has been pulled off the belt, it's standing aside. We don't do it here. You yourself will come whether no matter what, your bag will be cycling around until you get to that point and pick your own bag. Nobody will do it for you. And I think that method should be implemented in Liberia, because if we don't have a strong security system set up to be able to tackle those things, we will always see people coming to the country. In the first place, Liberia is vulnerable. We don't have a scanner. So any country bag that is then placed in a bag that, it is the one we have is not sophisticated enough to detect any of that. It enters the country. We don't have a sniffy door. And no matter what, I don't care whether you had it on yourself or whatever you're walking around, the door will pick you up. We don't have it. So Liberia is still vulnerable. And I was surprised when Biago was asked during the Senate hearing when the 19 million saga came about first. He said, yes, we don't have it. And now we are in negotiation to get those things at the airport. And one of the things that was concerning to me during that interview was there is no LDEA present at the airport. They are not there. They say they don't have a space. They don't have office space. What do you mean you don't have an office space? You can squad with immigration. And definitely your office space got to be there because you control drugs. So we are still much, there are still work that needs to be done to that airport. And look at our seaport, right? We have Liberia flag on international vessels Are we monitoring those flares that we have people plotting around on the international scene? Do we monitor them? You and I, when you go building, the people in Bio and articles, they have common boundary. Farm, you can cross from another farm, you go across there, you do your business, you come right back. So we have common interests that I think we need presence of securities and tighten security grips all around Liberia, but yet we are not still there yet. Let's hear you, Mr. Yene.
Yeah, so I will continue to say this. We are the cause of these things because we continue to give power to people who are not conscious, man. People who are incompetent. Even the lawmakers are asking questions. What kind of heart they get? They take not less than 15,000 United States dollars per month. Not less than 15,000 United States dollars in 28 days time. The other benefits, they're not there. They
Remember, when you're not talking, they will not call you. When you start talking, then they will call you.
I'm sorry, guy. You hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. The other benefit, they're not there. The gasoline, the 500 gallon of gasoline per month, they're not there. They get conscious. They're taking our money. Go ask how much police is taking. How much is police fee? Maybe the police may be logging. Maybe it will be taking only $100 US per month. The whole month. Go ask how much the LDEA worker is taking. How much for no detector? How much? How much for one body camera? The lawmakers, why are they over there for? And I to advocate for all these things. These are security of material that you can put into place. The security measure and thing, the equipment, these are things that can equip the security. By this time, how many police you get? The police you get, you can reach 1,000. So you ain't want to even get 500 body camera and set the whole system for the police over there. That detector, how many of it you need? How much, you know, the amount of money you can generate from the airport and even the free port, you need those detectors to all those places. But they take the money, they put it in your pocket. That lawmakers supposed to be talking for all these things. They have nothing to say about it. That's my problem. Even the LDF guys that are fighting, that sacrificing themselves. How much they are paying, how much they're making, my brother. The wickedness is too much in that country. Boaka, I can't praise Boaka, but Ali, I can gain little percent as compared to Wea and Ellen. Because Boaka was, according to him, he was all car parking at the garage. She parked there looking at Ellen Johnson study, looting our country. Canvassing for her, even for second thing, all he did. When Ellen and her children looted our country, Robert said it, then they become millionaire. When they broke down the cast, Boaka was still there. Boaka could not resign. These are some of the reasons why I can hold Boaka responsible. Liberia, what are some of the problems Liberia have? Let's take, for example, the common problems. Like water, Liberian water area. Even Morovia is environment. You get water there. That's why more Ali then be passing around. And the water and see how many people get water. No light. No light in Liberia. There is no school. That thing get at school. Ellen said, look at it and say, that mess. no health system. So, see, you look at it, duo, you look at it, 12 years, 12 consecutive years. One of these things, one of these problems was not solved for the Liberian people. Then CDC came 6 years, they make it worse. One even lied to provide life for Morovia, just the capital city alone. Those two parties have not been able to do it. If I were Liberian people, we could just retire in 2029 and bring different people. The thing, one of the things that made Boaga different, Boaga would have been good, yeah. If it were Boaga, Liberian people elected 2005, I think we would have done better than him. Because one thing, we are in Ellen have been so savage, they are so wicked. Going to Charles Taylor, these are leaders that their vice presidents have always been in agony with them. Their vice presidents have been in agony. Today, to go there, then they are no more. Moses Black, then they are no more. You can't tell me till I play part. Ellen King, Joe Boaga was mumu, packing. Joe King, he whole educated woman. Well-land woman, Jua Howard Taylor, he packed her. See how Boaga and Jeremiah Kun moving. There's one area that I can give credit to Boaga on. And I can tell Jeremiah Kun and say, Boaga is your father, you go or you come down, continue the respect for the old man. People used to say, Jeremiah Kun, he prayed for Boaga to die so he can tell what Jeremiah Kun not even thinking in that direction. He prays for Boaga to live long. Because Boaga is making him proud too, and then they're working. Boaga choosing. Look at. And I was so happy when he brought that proud to Boaga about when failed. But they sent Jeremiah Kun there. He just went in prayer bonding 1, 2, 3. He saw a yellow machine coming. So roll project to roll. Like they took party and not been able to bring it. So I can't even commend them on the one day, but at least they are better than Joia. Don't even call Joia. Like Joia need to have one year. Because he broke down the country. So yeah, let me rest more so you can come on too.
Sheldon, let's hear you. You will be the last on this topic. Right after that, we'll jump into Nima.
I mean, Lawrence said it. Even though, I mean, I kind of a little bit slightly, let me say a little bit disagree with him on something he said,
You're
and
welcome.
also agree with him in most of those things he said.
I just want to know the one that you disagree with me on.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about Waka was packed as a whole
Baga, he
car,
just said it.
then he,
Mr.
yeah,
Va, didn't Baga say it? Baga, he
I
just
come in,
said
he
it.
said it, he
That
said it.
your old car park in a
Yeah,
garage.
he said it. If you look at it,
So
if you
they,
look at the vice president position in our country, vice president always pack car. Even Vice President Jeremiah Kunse said it when he came in the United States here.
yeah, but Jerry is active moving.
Yeah,
Jerry is
Jerry
working.
active moving because the president gave him the opportunity. That's why you see him moving. So if the president did not give you a kind of
So
opportunity, you will not see yourself the way you see Jerry right
yeah,
now.
somebody might say based on your commitment too. Probably Baga was not committed too, maybe.
Yeah, no, but that is a committed person. Everybody knows. He's not a kind of leader that may talking leader that we kind of go everywhere and be talking there. You say, I just told you I agree with you in something that you said because the thing about it, we saw that in last 6 year under President, where we saw that the president and the vice president, the way the country was running, even though some people were saying that two of them were not talking, some people said there were a lot of rumor. But what we will say here is Liberia has come a long way. I think now we are seeing some signs that Liberian now are proud that if you look at our commitment, our image in international scene right now under Boaka has really all hard. You can see that wherever we go now, we have been represented on the UN Council. We have been represented so many areas only because of the help of this government. But that is not enough. 179 years is a lot. If we look at our other countries around all the Ghana, Nigeria, and other places, South Africa, they are moving fast only because of the mindset of the leaders. I mean, it takes one person in the family, it takes one person in an institution, it takes one person in a country to set the country or to set the family on standard. And we have been seeing that in other countries. When you look at every time you and Ghana men talking here, they will always say we are the best. When they say we are the best, they did not sit down and fold their hand. Why will you get somebody like McGill then who have been sanctioned, coming out today, they even talking about the country is bleeding. So so what really is he trying to tell Liberia? So I mean Liberia and Liberians, we need to be like little bit patient, even though I know the frustration, because 179 years is a lot that we won't have been to where we are today. It's because we are not been having a visionary leaders in the past. Most of them they went there because of their family. Most of them they went there because of their own ethnic group that they come from. But now we are not saying that everything is bread and butter. There are challenges under this government, and those challenges, you know, is the government working towards that? I would say yes. Like you made mention about water, you made mention about current, you made mention about other, necessity, the current, healthcare, and other things. Those are the things that nobody should be even short of, because in a country where you don't get good health care, I mean, it's bad. In a country where there's no electricity, we talking about government bringing job. If we got a very stable electricity right now, it will create job for all Liberians. There are more Liberians who trying to do their little hustle in the corner because there is no electricity to sustain their
Their
businesses.
businesses.
At the end of the day, they go out of business, and when they go out of business, the economy they have very negative impact on the economy. So, is the government working towards that? Yes. Has the government done more? No. Are we calling on the government, encouraging them to do more? Yes. Are they willing to do more? Yes. They are waiting because we can see the sun. Like yesterday, I think the water more God over there, even though
Mo
Oh,
Ali.
Ali.
yeah, the water,
Mohammed Ali, they
well,
may
they
want
can,
lying again.
yeah, they can call him water more. Yeah, I mean, you will go and I mean, Mo is doing well too, even though like I told you, you look at Mo, you look at UG
I think
Facon,
it is belated now. No.
yeah, those are the people who striving because if we got an entire country say Liberia, there is no even system, bro. There is no system. The first thing we don't even have a system. Everything is just Liberian men say upside down. So like I said, we are not really saying that everything is bread and butter now. But I think we are striving, we are getting somewhere, and we should encourage the government to do well, and the government official too, we need to step up again. The reason that we gave them power, we did not give them power to be comparing themselves with the CDC government or the Monaseri government. No, Because one of the reasons that made Liberians to vote against CDC government is because you told them say you were going to get a better life. So nobody going to be listening to you every time when they tell you say, well, the thing happened yesterday. Why the thing happened yesterday? The thing happened yesterday. It's not that thing Liberian will be listening to every time. Okay, it's not that thing. Because it happened yesterday because other people feel that there was no good leadership in place that will cater to the lives of the people. That's why you told them say, hey, you sign a social contract with the people that give me your right, give me your resources. In return, I will give you this. So if you are not giving what you promised to do and you continue to share blame, then it means that you are no different from CDC government and other previous governments. So the leaders or the minister, wherever they are, they need to stop shaping blame. This shifting blame every time will not carry Liberia anywhere. I think we have to forget about what George Weah or other people had done. Even though some of us will get agitated every time because any small thing they will come out and say, why you're doing it? And they forget to know that that's the same thing they were doing yesterday. So the kind of people we don't even say look at them to say this. But again, they got a right to speak to as Liberian, but again, they will not be taken seriously because of their past record. Thank you.
All right. That concludes the other topic. Now we're going to our home, Nima. You know, Nima is on the path that I would say is getting beyond control. And the issues that is in Nimba with the constant confusions over title and respect it's getting very concerning. And I always say if we Nimbayans are actually serious about the quote unquote Nima unity, this is not how we should go about doing things. Because what I'm seeing now in Nima is just a big crack, and that crack, number one, I blame our elders. Secondly, I also blame the supporters, and thirdly, I also blame the very leaders themselves. Because what is happening is that everybody have their own ego, and people are not, weighing the option that, hey, if we are talking about Nima unity and Nima solidarity, this is not how we should go about carrying ourselves if we actually want the Nima unity. And I've said in past that to go about getting Nima unity, there are wounded soldiers that needs to be brought back on board. And those wounded soldiers, they are still vulnerable. They can be penetrated easily and taken away if we need Nima unity. And don't you think that because, one way or the other they lost election, then they are not popular? There are people who believe in them too. They have support base, and we need all hands on deck. Now, from one problem to another, Right now, the trending issue is quote unquote Godfather. This is the biggest issue now in Nima County. And I was telling somebody last night after they said, oh, we have just conferred Godfather title, another on our own, the chief of staff to the vice president. They have conferred Godfather title on him for district number 4. I said, oh, so you're in the business of giving Godfather title in Nima. Myself, I can't even give Godfather title to somebody to the field, they bust out laughing. But on a serious note, it's getting very alarming. We don't get to see cordial relationship with our leaders, and our elders will sit when things go bad before they step in to say they repair it. They try to fix things. And for me, I've been telling them, if we want to fix things, this is the rightful time. We still have the superintendent there. The Honorable Senator Koga is also there. There are friction between them. Both of them, Yan will pass. The way Ko and Yan relate is not the same way Ko and Koga relate. So, gentlemen, What can we do in this situation? How can NIMBA recalibrate to come on board? What can we do? It's over to you. Let's start with you, Mr. Yene.
Yeah, thank you so much. You see, when I see and hear these guys doing all these things, they can make me to start thinking. Yeah, the likes of Hilary bone bleeding. May his soul rest in perpetual peace. Because,
Go ahead, they're laughing, sir.
I mean, those were born leaders. They never had time for these things. That be real here, my brother. The two senators we have right now, they let power business too much. The two of them. And if I have my own way, I would tell Nima kind of people, you're retired then. Let y'all go rest, let Koga go rest. I will start with them one by one. And they are not popular in Nima, but they're deceiving themselves. You to where it came from. Yeah, only got that power because Nima Kante people try to punish my old man, either go away. Because at the time CDC had dealt with Liberian people, why they went and supported CDC? That what happened. That what made the man say bubble band there, dollar gwebli siya gwanduka. That what made to come over there. But he get a popularity. One time pronounced himself senior senator. Because he felt he was there, Koga went and met him there. I argued that thing before. They're coming to Koga. Oh, Koga Pai, too desperate for the power. I think they start disgracing Prince Johnson there by jumping away on camera.
But the jumping was a tradition, so they say.
No, the tradition had never been performed that way. From the time we're born. The people that can jump over there by you don't even see them. And it can happen to the area where women say, I can't even go. Then you go put a man ballet on camera. You ever see that happening in Liberia before? So, Prince Johnson, I only zone and that. There have been zones in Nima that have been died. While their body had never been on camera. Koga went and disgraced the tradition. You see the chiefs, there are chiefs and zones. They are two different people. The zones and the elders, somehow they are connected because they are people that relax. They don't move. They are not moved by anything. They stand by their words. But the chiefs are people that can be appointed by government, so people can conquer them. That the chief can go around the zone or the zones. Tell me, the godfather title that Prince Johnson had, let's say he had, did anybody initiate him? Did they give it to him? And even Nima Kande people will look for godfather in the accent of Prince Johnson. Why Prince Johnson was called godfather? Because at the time, he stood there for Nimba. He's the only one who asked the question, how many men can go with me? As for me, I can't go back until I enter Liberia. If I will die for my people, let me die. It's because of that. So you could look for next person to die who have put their lives on the board there for Nimbayas. Then call Adolphus Dolo, or peanut butter. That they made at a time when their rebel had done everything. They had all the sophisticated weapons that nobody thought they could get it out of Nimba. Carter himself could not even make it all the general there. They lay that Adolphus Dolo, who left from America and said he going there. Who could follow him? Our Benjamin Iten could not do it. He was only there to be carry on massacre. against his own brothers and sisters. So if it is for that, then why you can't cut a government's rule? And Godfather ain't got to be in position. It can even be somebody ordinary out of power. You get a Godfather title when they deserve, when they are work for it. Then the government Johnny was senator. So Koga is actually bringing division in our country with his power greed in him. When it comes to Kou, you go or you can't, man. Kou is a presidential appointee. Kou will not follow Koga, and you see Koga going against Kun. Because Kun is a vice president. So you will see Kou, you got to protect your job too. Because tomorrow, soon morning, the American can pick up phone now, he start crying on Bwaga and say, please change Kou. Bwaga, you want to wake up soon morning and say, Kou, yeah, we're sending somebody to replace you. Nobody will question him. So you don't expect her to go with Koga. She will always stand to say the truth and also be on Kumsa. So Koga is the one doing all that thing. Say he went the people for him, but he the one initiated because he planning for 2029. 2029 he's planning. Probably he want to stand some kind of party to carry Nima Kane people. They say I play golfer and I go. They not made him golfer.
No. Koga was interviewed on OKFM, and then he cleared the air of the issue of vice running mate comes 2029. He cleared that way. So just continue.
Yeah, he ain't gotta be running mate. And the man more than a power, the man a politician, he can think. And so that one we can take it to be reliable information. Nima Kande people, the 2029, we come and go this, that. It's either we go Jeremiah Kunwe, or if Tiawan Gonglo will contest, will go his way. We coming, if we feel when we support a vice president, we can get a presidency, a better Nima Kande people go in that direction. Then that's why I've been saying, I say it's either better Jerry go and settle with B system, Ide, and let us see whether even Ide can go and replay that Yantua and then go sit down without their power greed. Then 2020, the following term, Kogatu, we look for somebody that garrison can go and replace him, go and sit down, or we call they got, how they call from District 4, man, they got that was defeated. Gompu or Gompu or anybody, even my Blue, one of them can come and replace Koga. The two men that then go sit down. They the one actually doing that power greeting that they own. And nothing they're doing. What compare Koga 13 to that of the one the capital guy is doing now. The construction man, I just took over the district. How they call him Koga Group. Quarter is doing well more than Koga. They're fighting for power, Benin looking for confusion. Nimbayans will never divide. Their power greed will not carry us. And the both of them will be replaced. And we mean it. Thank you.
All right. Both of them will be replaced. Let's hear you, Shana.
Oh, Lauren. You stop talking, Lauren. Lauren said we want to replace all of them. I mean, picking back from where Lauren stopped, for me, the thing about Godfather thing here, or Godfather shit, is not something that can be bestowed on somebody. And that's something that somebody can wake up some morning and just go tell you, say, hey, you Godfather. For me, if I'm wrong, I think you guys will correct me. I never seen anybody when the late Prince Johnson was living. I never see anybody go to Prince Johnson and say, you are a Godfather.
No.
Because of the work that Prince Johnson did in the past, the way he stood up for Nimbarians, that's what made people see him to be Godfather of the country. So if you see somebody coming up that call themselves chiefs or elders, I know where are they coming from, sir? Because some of those
the chief and elders don't pay their own salary. All of them taking pay.
But
Yeah.
I said,
So and all of those people then say you see over there that gave that godfather title to Koga, Senator Koga. Some of them say I'm even older than some of them, but they call it say they call us say elders. I know where they came from. But on the serious note, whether God power or Godfather, what kind of father, what kind of power they getting in by there, I would like to take this time to be a little advice to the vice president. And Lawrence said, you are just one step away of becoming president. What is going on in Liberia, especially in Nima there, the vice president needs
intervene.
to intervene like he did with the case of Women Pay.
Yeah,
Because all those things, the supporter of Senator Koga and that is supporter of the vice president, if you go on social media this time, they are like a war, intellectual war. That was going on right now. And there's a common saying that says, if you are in a glass hall, you cannot throw stone. Everything that happening over there, I listened to Senator Koga, like you said, he cleared the air on OKFM, but he was not exact that he will not be vice president because I listened to him, he was clear. He said, if the possibility comes, we will consult the people of NIMBA and also consult the vice president.
mm,
So when politicians say things like that, and the way he spoke, as somebody who comes from sociology background, I know that he's waiting for peace. Because if you say, if anybody approach him about the vice president position, he will consult the people of Nimba and also consult his brother who's a vice president. Because I know that if a brother who is occupying that space right now, who may potentially be president when the time comes or when the possibility exists, will not allow him to be vice president or vice, standard bearer against him. It will
yeah,
narrow the chance of becoming president. So
yeah.
it's if Koga says that, I think the first thing the VP needs to do right now is call your brother. You have to settle down with your brother because the thing is getting embarrassing to the extent that where it's going, everybody knows that the Lawrence said the election that brought Koga, some of all we never knew that Koga was going to win that election. Some of all we were looking at Mana Ide. And my problem with Mana Ide in the past I've been sharing with Lauren, I think he just said it. When CDC was in power, the kind of benefit that the government was having for Nimba and Joanne and people then they were playing and teaming with all what CDC did against Nimba in the past to see Manaire going joining the party, it brought triumphant aggression on her that she
Yeah.
made that decision that she made it was wrong. And there were now the past president too now had to come up to bring close to some of the permanent citizens of Nima. Because we all what we're saying, you like it or not, trust me, you get Garrison you on the other side, you get Mana Ide Gongwe, you get Senator Koga and other people, other permanent people of Nimba right now. If the way things going, if it continue, 2029, the chance of the vice president being re-elected, or maybe if he going as president,
Senator.
what kind of main or what kind of position he going, it will be very hard for him, very hard because you like it or not, Senator Koga has his own follower as well. So all the people can be talking say that the vice president made you that they did. Yes, we know that the vice president played a very major role in his campaign. We of course we cannot take away from that. But this guy, he's a senator now. He's a senator. He controls the country, the counties too. So let's say if he come out right now to say, okay, I'm not going on your way, it will be a very, very bad thing
It will be a big blow.
yeah, for the vice president. So the only thing he can do now, call your brother, call your sister, and bring them out. And then on the issue of Cole, the superintendent, Cole is doing well. We applaud the job that she's doing. But that position there, when they say superintendent, even though you represent the executive, but you are the mother of the country.
Exactly. That has been my
That
point.
why you are there for. You are there because you have to work with the lawmakers from the country at the same time you representing the executive. So there is no way that you will be taking side every time. If I were her, the best thing I will be doing is to be playing a moderate role every time because taking the side the Lawrence said we understand she protecting your job. We know. But at certain time you can protect your joy in a mature way that people will be happy. Because right now, if you ask Senator Koga right now, Senator Koga is not happy right now to work with her. And there are other leaders of the country, they're not happy because they feel that she are taking side. So as a mother of the country, you need to be very careful. You need to be careful. We know that your appointment, some of us, we are very proud of your appointment and we seen the kind of work you are doing in Nima. So for NIMBA to develop, for NIMBA to move forward, it takes everybody, every citizen of NIMBA, whether you in position or you are not in position, we all have to work together. So my little advice to her too is she had to kind of play a moderate role so that other people will not see her to be somebody who is other way because what she's doing right now, the supporter of Senator Koga, supporter of Garrison Man, they seeing her now to be somebody bad. And which of course, even when it happened to me, I would think the same way. So she needs to kind of like be how they call. Then the elders of Nimba. I don't know why it taking so long.
No, I'm taking sorrow.
Yeah, they puppet there. I don't really know. I don't know why it's taking so long because
Maybe
I
they are
noticed
parboiling.
something. I noticed
Yeah.
something when former minister appear on OK, not OKFM, but
Hmm.
FM. I talking about Women Pay
Yeah.
because people know the strength of women. and when that thing happened, myself, I was like, even though I was not happy the way women was, relieved from a post or some me personally, I was not happy about it because women did not do anything bad thing that would deserve that. But when that happened, less than 2 weeks, we were seeing rumor that I think on the way the elders then invited women in Nimba. Women went in Nimba and then have conversation with the elder that in fact the elder had told me that I should be mute for now while they trying to intervene. So why are they waiting for now to intervene in the case of Senator Koga and that of VP? Because at the end of the day, when Senator Koga go on radio station and say something, even though sometimes the vice president will not come directly, sometimes the post then he can be making like you trying to show a little jar to the man. So at the end of the day, all be holding and pulling. They supported them too. The crazy, they kind of like insulting each other every time. That is bringing serious division. We have to put stop to that. So I mean, that all I can say now to the vice president, you are there now. For me, I don't see no godfather in him right now. There is no godfather except the way that you will do that people will take you to be godfather. But before then, I don't see no godfather right now.
Yeah, for me, my godfather remains the late Senator Prince Yomi Johnson. He's my godfather for whether beyond grave. He's still a godfather. Now, gentlemen, the issue here is that when it comes to our elders, I've been telling them, And mind you, though, probably that they can pretend that they can't understand English. They can understand English well when they go to the bank to go sign for their check. They can't speak no give no. They can't speak no give no manner. But the issue here is when they're hearing this Rick Monroe, they will not step in immediately. They will wait when things goes sidewalk before they call. Raymond was to be a guest on the show right after he spoke on OKFM. But then later on, we weren't getting, before I got a clear picture that all the elders of Nima said he should not speak to any media until everything is resolved. Now, it is not just with women. When the first saga between Koga and the VP started, those old men never even called to say, oh, the two of you want to see you. They waited when everything went to the media before they could even step in to say they went Monrovia. I will go to the men in Monrovia. They work in Monrovia. Their home is Nima. You all call them home. You all call them home. And should not be all sending representatives to the other person now. Within the quote-unquote elder council, the men are the head. I think they say one billion. You remember they few days last week ago, no probably then I attended a program. I think no probably then from Public District. They say Belia is not leading well. They should remove Belia. If not, they will protest. If the vice president can't come to them, what kind of since Mr. Yene? Have you seen elder protests before? Have you seen elder protests before?
I have never seen.
You know, the thing is very much.
Probably they get statue in a bush.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, I kept on saying this, that you don't have to wait when things goes wrong. Once you see the yaka vote, step in here, gentlemen, hold on. And no matter what the vice president, you senator, you this and that, we are the elders. Y'all got to sit and listen to us. Then this is what we get to say. You look at John Brown and say, John Brown, this is the part that you play. It's wrong. But we don't see it these days because all of them are on salary, and if you say something, they say if you go this way, we'll fire you. We'll take the job from you. That's why we're seeing this kind of trend. And I know that elders are people who speak without fear and favor. They speak the truth, no matter what. But it is not with us now in Iman.
Yeah, meaning that is so. Yeah, okay. Elders and the zone, they supposed to be independent-minded people.
Yes.
Unlike the chiefs who are appointed people.
Yeah, that the elders and zone, I don't pay them. All of them on payroll. All of them. But then I work on one thing in court and say, y'all come to the other place, y'all get 50 motorbikes. What is not getting that money from 50 100, I think he did distribute a motorbike fee day. Worth over 150,000. Where you get the money from? Somebody was saying they should investigate. And the issue of the soup.
Yeah,
this is what I've always said. You are the mother of the county. Play the motherly role. But do not be, when Koga says something, you throw jab at Koga. You respond to him. You know, it will show us that the satisfaction will be there. The whole thing started when Koga said, first audit. We don't know what Koga doing with the doing Nima, everything. She does not relate. She said, Nima Kane is not somebody pepper fine. You know, play the motherly role. Do not be there and be, taking side. You the mother. Those guys, they are senators, you are the whole governor. We in our country, we call them governor. You can call them and say, hey, gentlemen, no matter what, this is my county, this is me, I own it, but I need you all to calm down, let's work together, but not to take side. So we have about 11 minutes to go. I will give each of you roughly 3 minutes each to give your parting comments, and then we'll call it a day from here today. So let's start with you, Mr. Yene.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be on this show. Uh, um, I just want to conclude by telling the Liberian people that they will not be carried away by those failed seditions. They will not listen to them. Liberia are gone. Somebody that Nigeria Magis will be in power, talking all that nonsense thing. They will not be carried away. Let they give Boaga the time. Even Boaga going for second term, let it give it to him. It will be better than even George Weah. Uh, Going to our country, uh, I want for people to really take my message to the elders and the zones of Nimba. Let them be aware that the the laws that are going on now, they the one cause it. They are the cause of the laws that are coming on in this country. If Nimba County divide tomorrow, even before 2029, it will be the zones and the elders. But it's never too late. Let them call their sons and daughters. Let them call the lawmakers and all the stakeholders for unity. Let them call them now and settle it. So mother call because now she's senator, she's mother now. So that will take herself too to be mother for everybody. She the sister to all these guys. That will give them the respect too. Not because she appointed. These guy can even summon her and have both of no confidence in her. Liberia be something in Western world country then. Not because they get power. Not because president appoint, they can even remove you. So they all come down and work with our brothers for the betterment of the country. So that's all. The elders and the zoo, the chiefs, they are the cause of this problem that going on. The power struggle. They are the cause. Because when the people ready, they will just go there, they positioning together, they give it to them, then they start using them. They're causing a problem. So let them settle it. The elders, the zoo, the chiefs, let them call everybody and settle the problem now. So somebody take my message to these guys. Yo, thank you.
All right, thank you. Shannon, it's over to you.
Yeah, so I will start with uh where we start the money let's say even with a drugs issue. So what is going on in Liberia is thing that call the attention of every citizen of Liberia, and I want to encourage citizens to help the government, fight against drugs in Liberia. Because all those things we are saying here, government is not, static to be like maybe you just standing here, get like that, or to take decision for yourself. It's a citizen the one who gave government information when it comes to investigation. So if you are a citizen of Liberia, you know anything about drugs, you know where the guy meet, you can be a whistleblower to get information to the security apparatus so they can do their job instead of condemning them. We know that there are a lot of challenges our country is facing. Uh, for all to be able to fight against drug in Liberia, it should be holistic. It should be thing that every citizen would be in favor of it, no matter you are opposition. Because if you are opposition, you feel that because you are in opposition, you want to come to power. The same people that you are talking for them when you are in opposition is the same people that are being affected by the drugs today. So you need to help the government to do the right thing. Then we try to go back to Mount Nimba. I mean, what is
Yeah.
happening in Nimba? I always say this to the VP. Some of all our effort, we don't want for our effort to go in vain. We saw that productivity in him. We know that he can deliver as a vice president of our country, even though he comes from Nimba. But you have to first of all put your horse in order. You cannot be vice president of the country. You're going from one place to another, trying to do the help the work of Liberian people. Then your horse is not in order. You have to put your horse in order first. There where people will grade you about your leadership ability. Because if you're going out there tomorrow to say if at all you want to become president, you're going out tomorrow to go campaign and your horse is not in order, your brother and sister they are fighting you. People who are out there, the first thing they will be thinking about if your own people are not even willing to make you president or to get you second term as a vice president. So why you think that we'll be giving you our vote? So those are the factors that may play greatly in your re-election, whatever position you want to contest for. So don't see Senator Koga as an opposition. Don't see him because he spoke a mind or he's speaking a mind today, then you see him as an opposition. Even the one that are not in government that you know that they are permanent sons and daughter of neighbor, you need to call them. I mean, the thing about it, not a matter, it's not like anybody you call right now, they should be given job. No, the relationship you can build with the people tomorrow, through you, they can get job, or through you, there can be unity in Nimba. So, to the supporters, we are all Nimbanians, no matter our political differences, but we should know how we play in the politics as well. I spoke with one of my friends yesterday, or that yesterday, I think 2 days ago. I said, God come first in my life for me to be in this country is because somebody who I thought was an opposition to me. A friend of mine who live on Rhode Island is the one who gave me affidavit of support today, and he's a sedition. And for us to be friendly or to start our friendship, he must say we disagree with each other on the many occasions when I was in Liberia. So one time I did a post about the president where he went in my inbox, he insulted me that I him and said we started. But I can tell you, my brother, when I was on my process of coming here, while I was asking other people, they let me down. They were lying to me. When I reached out to the guy here, within no time, he told me, brother, I will help you. And he helped me today. I'm here. So I don't see anything that politics is somebody to CDC or somebody ANC. They get a constitutional right to associate with any political party. But you should not see your brother like in different opposition to be an enemy. No. So let's try to work together. Let's respect the opinions of our comrade. Let's respect the constitutional right. But in so doing, we also need to work together as the Liberian. Again, I will end it with it for good. Vice President Kuhn, do not listen to all the plenty noise. If you are in a glass hall, you cannot throw stone. Thank you.
We are in a glass house, the true stone. What we are all saying here, gentlemen, is just about peace in Nimba. And I don't think if you from Koga statements always, you will say, I don't have a problem with the vice president. It's the day respect. And I think I blame the supporters both ways because they are the one feeding this whole thing. And with us, the Bibles, what I have seen across Liberia is that politics have settled deep, deep down in the minds of people because we don't have any other means of, associating ourselves from politics because all we think is we can survive through politics. If there is a job that people can wake up from their houses, go work, come home, and make their own daily living, I don't think we'll see the amount of focus that is into politics now into that aspect. But we all need a piece of Nima, and it's one Nima. The betterment of Liberia is all what we need, and that's why we preach this here every day. Um, it has been a pleasure having both of you here tonight, and the points from all of you. It has been very much, encouraging and enjoyable, and I know the followers themselves has been enjoying as well. So, Mr. Yene, Mr. Duo, it has been a pleasure having both of you here tonight. Thank you all for your time. Anytime we will be here having conversation, any topic you guys have, just let us know. We'll create an avenue and then we can have a conversation. Thank you all for your time here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye from my end.
All right. Before we go, let's take
no kagawe no we yense ya ke odonu ma wa go kwa wo no we ka atoso
you say the last time
we ka don wo to ho agu we no me ka ne no ga ye ka wo
Okay, I will tell you.
Me ka ye na ya ka gbe wo
Well, folks, I want to say thank you for your time here tonight. It has been a pleasure. And for those of you who follow us, those of you that will come across this video, it is the Tor River online platform. And what we are saying here is we need Liberians to work together and eradicate these drugs out of our country. In Nima County, Nimba, we are united and powerful. But of recent, we've seen the wave of disunity that is, trooping into that little county. We are developmental oriented. We're making headway. If it comes to contest areas that are developed, Nimba comes first. Everywhere, the other Liberians know that. But why can't we put our differences aside and live in harmony? And we're always on there, hoodoo battle every day. Why will we benefit from this? What is the extent of us, going constantly at one another? And to you, the leaders, the SUF, senators, vice president, we expect you guys to sit down and iron out things, especially the SUF. The reason I say especially is that you are the governor of the county. There's no way you can take stock. We expect you to be the model between those guys. Play the moderate role. Bring them together. But you two can't be on his side. You'll be adding fuel to the fire. And to our chiefs, the Zoes, elders, that's part of money. That's part of better salary. That's part of the lucratives that comes your way. At times, you all sit down and say this county is proceeding the wrong way. You all call those people together and without partiality, and put where the true thought belongs. The other council said you're not together. You're divided. When the other person said they're going this way, say you go there, we'll fire you. You can't lead people as a leader. You can't lead people in such a direction. You can't lead people in such a direction. So we beg you people. We want you to hold our listen. If you're not doing it, you're the elder, you're the puppet, you're the one cause the whole thing. We expect you to sit down and face it. Say you're not one face it. We're talking about it every day until we see the progress and the unity that we want, until we see it coming from you. Because in your own say house, you're not together. So how you expect your children to be together when you're not together? My baby, then you put your house in order and put it in the house in order. when you're together and united and coming to and telling us the children now, hey, y'all hold on, y'all everybody shut up. We'll listen to you. But you're not united. So how do you expect your children then to come and to be united and listen to you guys when the unity is not there? So that's the message we kept pushing. We expect you people to go and put our house in order so that we can have a peaceful Nimba. A Nimba that will be united, comes even beyond election. We can't just be counting me trophy. We can't be doing counting me trophy unity. No. We want a genuine unity that even Cole can relate with Koga, and Koga can relate with Cole. And to you, Mr. VP, I always say, right now, every stone comes at you. Those folks that are around you that say, oh, Mr. VP, don't bring the guy closer, this one, that, they did that. Koga are your brother. I have seen brother. If you can get what Koga want, you VP already, see? Koga, yeah. All right. Yeah, MDR there. You already got Peking there in our area. Look at MDR there. This is a man that left about 50,000 in a pickup and said, no, I will support Unity Party. So I think we should be able to, work together and let us not allow our followers to spoil the friendship, the relationship that you guys have. Well, that is it from my end here tonight. I want to say thank you to all of you. If you like it, you listen. You don't like it, Jacolanta. Thank you all from my end. God's ready. See you all next time.